Okay, so let's talk about millionaires for a second. There's this fascinating idea from the book The Millionaire Next Door. It turns out the car you drive, well, it doesn't define who you are, but it might just predict if you'll ever actually be wealthy. And the biggest myth of all is what they have parked in their driveways.
So when you picture an American millionaire, what car are they driving? Go ahead, really think about it. What's the first image that pops into your head? A sleek new Mercedes, maybe a Porsche convertible cruising down the highway? That's the image we're all sold. But the reality is going to surprise you.
Okay, so here's the big reality check. A massive study of millionaires, the one from the book, found that the single most popular car brand among them wasn't what you'd expect. No flashy European imports. Nope. It was Ford. Just Ford. And right behind it were other American brands like Cadillac and Lincoln.
I mean, what's really going on here, right? Why would people who can literally afford any car choose one of the most common brands out there? Let's break this down because it reveals a really powerful mindset behind this choice.
And get this, only about 37% of millionaires buy the latest model year cars. I mean, think about that for a second. That means nearly 2/3 of them are deliberately driving cars that are a few years old, sometimes even way older. They're just not chasing that new, shiny object.
So all of this points to a really critical secret. And it's not about being cheap. Not at all. It's about understanding this huge difference between income and wealth. It's a distinction that the truly rich live by, but a lot of high earners completely miss.
Okay, and this is where you really see the difference between what the book calls the fake rich and the real rich. You've got these high-income professionals, doctors, lawyers, making great money, but they spend it all on status symbols to look the part. The truly wealthy, they do the exact opposite. Their focus is on their actual net worth. They spend their money buying assets that grow in value, not just stuff that screams, I have money.
It all really boils down to this one simple rule. It's a rule that guides almost every big purchase a millionaire makes. Do not spend big money on things that rapidly lose their value, period. And what's the undisputed king of losing value?
Yeah, a brand new car.
And that brings us to the single biggest financial enemy in the world of cars. It's this invisible force that just silently sucks the wealth right out of your pocket. But it's a force that millionaires have absolutely mastered.
And that enemy has a name: depreciation. This is exactly why the wealthy look at a new car and see a wealth-destroying asset. Because the second you take ownership, its value just starts to take a nosedive, a relentless financial nosedive. I mean, the numbers here are just brutal. A new car can lose up to 20% of its value the moment you drive it off the lot, the second. And just look at this chart. After only 3 years, it can be worth half of what you paid for it. That is a massive, catastrophic financial loss.
And this quote from a millionaire in the book, oh man, it just perfectly captures the entire mindset. He says, I let the first owner pay for the new car smell with 30–40% of the car's value. It's brilliant, right? They happily let someone else take that massive initial financial hit.
So this is their sweet spot. They're targeting these well-maintained 2 to 3-year-old cars. Often their vehicles coming right off a lease. By doing this, they get a perfectly good, reliable car for transportation, but they completely sidestep that massive drop in value. It is a purely strategic move.
Okay, so this brings us to another common practice: leasing. Now, on the surface, leasing can look really smart, right? Lower monthly payments and all that. But to millionaires, it is one of the biggest wealth killers out there.
The author of the book is so direct about this. And this quote, well, it says it all. Leasing is the most expensive way for non-rich people to look rich. Oof! It basically lets you drive a car you can't really afford, creating this illusion of wealth while it's actively destroying your chances of ever building it. And this right here really shows why leasing is such a trap. It's like you're on a hamster wheel. You're just making these endless payments month after month, but you're never building any equity. You never get anywhere. You're just locked into this permanent expense for something that will never, ever be yours. Millionaires know that financial freedom comes from eliminating your monthly payments, not locking them in forever. So the millionaire model is the complete opposite. The whole goal is to own the vehicle outright. You either pay cash for it, or you get a loan and you pay it off as fast as you possibly can. And then you hold on to it for a long time. We're talking 7, 10, sometimes even more years. Because once that car is paid off, it completely transforms from a liability into a powerful tool for saving and investing your money.
Okay, so how can we actually apply all this wisdom? Well, here's a simple 4-step playbook you can use for your next car purchase.
Okay, step 1.
Forget the brand. Seriously, prioritize reliability and function over what the logo says. Step 2, be radically practical. Calculate the true value of the car to you, not just the status it brings. Step 3, do your homework. I mean, really do your homework. Millionaires research obsessively to make sure they are not overpaying. And finally, step 4, buy and hold. The real wealth building begins after the car is paid off, so don't fall into that trap of immediately wanting a new one.
And this right here, this is the ultimate takeaway. The moment your car payment stops, that's when the real magic happens for building wealth. You take that exact amount of money you were spending every single month and you start investing it. Put it into stocks, real estate, into assets that actually grow and compound over time. You're literally turning a former expense into a wealth-generating engine.
So, at the end of the day, it all comes down to this simple but really profound question. Looking rich or being rich? The choice isn't just about the car you drive. It's about the mindset that's going to shape your entire financial future. The choice is yours.